Insulin and glucagon fat loss. Insulin and glucagon are the yin and yang of blood sugar control. These hormones work together to keep your body's glucose levels in a tight range. But sometimes things go wrong if they don't get enough attention from you or another trusted source like food producers who put too much sugar in our foods without realizing its consequences. Carbohydrate-containing foods are broken down into glucose during digestion. The majority of this glucose is absorbed into your bloodstream, resulting in an increase in blood glucose levels. Your pancreas produces insulin in response to the rise in blood glucose. Insulin tells cells throughout your body to take glucose from the bloodstream. Your blood glucose levels drop as glucose enters your cells. Glucose is used as an energy source by some cells. Any surplus glucose is stored as glycogen in other cells, such as those in your liver and muscles. Between meals, your body relies on glycogen for energy. Insulin's activities are countered by glucagon. The glucose levels in your blood drop 4 to 6 hours after you eat, causing your pancreas to secrete glucagon. This hormone instructs your liver and muscle cells to convert glycogen stored in your body back to glucose. The glucose is subsequently released into the bloodstream, where it can be used by other cells for energy. The feedback loop between insulin and glucagon is always active. It prevents your blood sugar levels from falling too low, delivering a consistent flow of energy for your body. Insulin is a hormone produced by the pancreas that controls how blood sugar is absorbed and stored in the body. It functions as a key, allowing glucose to enter the cells throughout the body. Insulin is an important component of metabolism. Your body would stop working if you didn't have it. When you eat, your pancreas secretes insulin to assist your body in converting glucose, a form of sugar contained in carbs, into energy. It also aids in the storage of energy. The pancreas cannot make insulin in people with type 1 diabetes. In type 2 diabetes, the pancreas generates insulin, but the body's cells cannot adequately utilize it. Insulin resistance is the name for this. When diabetes is uncontrolled, glucose accumulates in the bloodstream instead of being delivered to cells or stored. This has the potential to cause mayhem in almost every aspect of your body. Blood testing can rapidly reveal whether your glucose levels are too high or excessively low. Kidney disease, nerve damage, heart disease, vision difficulties, and stomach problems are all complications of diabetes. Insulin therapy is required for the survival of people with type 1 diabetes. To maintain their blood sugar levels and minimize problems, some people with type 2 diabetes must additionally use insulin therapy. Insulin therapy can help you manage diabetes if your pancreas isn't up to the task. Insulin aids the storage of excess glucose in your muscles and fat cells so that it doesn't flood your bloodstream. It tells your muscle and fat tissue cells to cease breaking down glucose, allowing your blood sugar level to stay stable. The cells subsequently start producing glycogen, which is a type of glucose that can be stored. When your blood sugar levels lower, glycogen feeds your body with energy. Insulin causes your fat cells to absorb glucose when your liver's glycogen stores are depleted. It's stored in your bloodstream as triglycerides, a type of fat that can be utilized for energy later. Are you aware of the functions of insulin and glucagon in your body? If one of your goals is to lose weight, you should understand more about these hormones and how they affect fat storage. I know a lot of you who are lean, mean, and workout machines. Body fat reduction is a non-issue for breaking muscle readers. You've already arrived. Your concentration is on increasing your lift resistance, decreasing your training times, improving your workout techniques, strategizing to overcome your opponents, preparing for future competitions, and feeling good about your training. That's how it ought to be. What's more, guess what? A sizable portion of the populace is mainly concerned with getting rid of their love handles. Yes, the majority of these people will acknowledge being overweight as a result of a lack of physical activity and eating like it's Thanksgiving every week. when confronted with an unshapely ball of protoplasm, the majority of people do not desire to resemble one. They want to improve their appearance, but don't know where to start. Furthermore, we all live in a society where high-calorie and/or low nutritional value foods are plentiful. Regardless of your objectives, you must make wise selections. Is it possible to eat what you want, be happy, and meet your fitness objectives all at the same time? Maybe. Hundreds of diets and training programs claim to help you lose weight while eating the things you love. Many of them work as long as you follow their instructions and stick to a healthy diet and exercise routine. If you want to reduce the most body fat, keep your blood sugar between 70 and 110 milligrams per deciliter. If you do this, you will burn more fat, assuming all other conditions are equal. It all boils down to your body's natural ability to balance two hormones, insulin and glucagon, in response to dietary intake. When your blood sugar levels are too high, the beta cells in your pancreas secrete insulin. As a result, if you eat a meal high in glycemic, fast-digesting carbs, your blood sugar level may rise considerably above that recommended limit of 110 milligrams per deciliter. This will make it easier to store glucose blood sugar in muscle tissues, particularly fat cells. Pancreatic alpha cells secrete glucagon when blood This will make it easier to store glucose blood sugar in muscle tissues, particularly fat cells. Pancreatic alpha cells secrete glucagon when blood sugar levels are low. This usually happens in the intervals between meals and while you exercise. The liver releases stored energy into circulation when glucagon is released. Insulin and glucagon are basically in a symbiotic relationship. When insulin rises, glucagon falls, and vice versa. Insulin encourages energy storage and protein production, whereas glucagon encourages the release of stored energy, including glucose and fatty acids. Simply put, keeping your blood glucose level under control, i.e., less than 110 milligrams per deciliter, will assist your body in burning more stored fat on a consistent basis. All other circumstances being equal, a diet rich in healthy protein and carbohydrate sources will reduce insulin spikes, boost glucagon, and eventually promote less fat storage. So, in order to maximize fat loss, it all comes down to what we've been told for years. Eat well and exercise moderately. However, paying greater attention to the nutrition component to maintain a healthy blood sugar level can help you burn more fat during the day. The pancreas's most well-known job is to transfer blood glucose into muscle and fat cells, hence regulating glucose levels. Blood sugar levels rise as carbohydrate diets are digested and converted to glucose, triggering the release of insulin to control blood sugar. In layman's terms, carbohydrate consumption is mostly to blame for blood sugar swings. Food doesn't have to be sweet to convert to glucose quickly. Think mashed potatoes or white bread. Insulin's well-known action, however, is only one of its many functions. Insulin aids in the conversion of amino acids into protein and carbs, into glycogen and fat. Insulin, although promoting nutrient storage, also prevents protein, fat, and carbohydrate breakdown in the body. When insulin levels rise, the body's ability to burn fat for fuel is slowed, and it stimulates the storage of food, primarily as fat. As a result, the body cannot burn its own fat as long as a high carbohydrate diet is followed, making weight loss difficult. Limiting carbohydrate consumption, on the other hand, promotes fat burning and fat accumulation. Cravings for sugary, starchy meals that provide a quick energy boost disappear without the roller coaster effect of changing glucose levels. An adverse effect in lipogenesis is what reduces appetite. Both of these qualities make the Atkins diet easier to follow. Changes in the quantity of insulin produced in response to ingesting carbohydrate foods have a significant impact on fat synthesis and fat burning. Small insulin reductions promote fat burning almost quickly, whereas increases can activate enzymes that convert glucose to fat. The Atkins diet allows for better utilization of body fat for energy and lower storage, since low carbohydrate meals considerably reduce insulin levels throughout the day. The significant change also helps to improve cholesterol and other lipid profiles, lower heart disease, and improve all aspects of metabolic syndrome. This is why dietary fat is a dieter's best buddy, whereas carbohydrate consumption over one's tolerance level is a metabolic bully. There's no danger in relying solely on a fat metabolism. Fat is, in fact, the body's backup energy source. The ability to carry a fanny pack of energy in the form of fat actually helped our forefathers survive during famines and when hunters returned home empty-handed. Improving health is important, and if you need more insightful videos on actually how to improve your health, then why not click on the video popping up on your screen? Please do click on them and enjoy.